been the most momentous week in Watford's 91-year existence. And to underline, this is very much a family club. Graham Taylor, the manager, and his players coming onto the pitch today with some young supporters. Watford have worked hard at encouraging a community atmosphere here. There's a special enclosure for families with presents on birthdays and encouragement like that for the young supporter. And they've all enjoyed Watford's success, which has been highlighted this week by promotion and winning the FA Youth Cup. On Tuesday night, Ross Jenkins, the club's longest-serving player, scored the 2 goals which clinched promotion to the First Division. And 48 hours later, 18-year-old John Barnes played in the Watford team, which beat Manchester United on aggregate in the final of the FA Youth Cup. So Graham Taylor keeps the players who've been in such good form recently, and 2 of them, Ian Bolton at number 6 and Luther Blissett at number 8, played in Watford's last 4th Division match against Southport in April 1978. So along with Jenkins, they've seen it all here. But if the celebrations are about Watford, then the significance of today's match concerns Leicester City. Whatever anybody else does, 4 wins in their last 4 games, of which this on paper is by far the hardest, would put Leicester up. Alan Young returns an attack after injury, but Eddie Kelly is hurt now, so Steve Lynex is pressed into service at right back, which has been a problem position for Leicester since Tommy Williams broke his leg in the semi-final against Spurs. Brian Daniels of Brentwood in Essex is the referee on a sunny afternoon at Vicarage Road. Pitch is nice and soft on top after being watered. And Leicester in the first half in the white shorts playing from the right, and that's John Barnes immediately getting the ball away from Lynex. There are 3 in the middle, Blissett slipped, and a corner straight away to Watford. Barnes, who played on Thursday night, it was extra time then, so he could be quite tired at the end of this week, but he was certainly quick there to rob Steve Lynex, playing in an unfamiliar right-back position, number 2 there. Wellington coming through the crowd, defenders up in front of him. Lohman. It's Callahan on the far side, who was fouled. Andy Peake. Oh, and Lynex's header, which almost came to Sims. Bolton now. Alan Young back for Leicester. Les Taylor covering. Jenkins, Barnes, looking for Blissett. May, the defender. Support coming from Lohman. Callahan! Nigel Callahan scored a good goal with a header at Blackburn in front of our cameras not so long ago, and he got in there in the centre to make contact with Lohman's cross, but the ball glancing across the goal rather. Young against Sims. It's a good flick on by Young to Lineker. Here's Young again. Lohman, who went down. Free kick given. Jenkins again up with May. This is Fryer. Won't stray too far away from Callahan, I should think. Jenkins coming onto the near post. Blissett just behind him. Blissett gets up, there's a flick on there. Barnes tries to make it, and Jenkins, I think it was already over the line by Barnes. John Barnes got it in. So the 18-year-old who played a part in the Youth Cup success, coming in behind Jenkins and Blissett. Wellington went to meet him, Barnes forced it past him over the line, and Jenkins was just following it into the net to make sure. 9 minutes gone. So for John Barnes, goal number 13 this season. What rapid strides he's made since coming into the side. And that tussle right underneath the referee's nose. Alan Young allowing perhaps the emotion of the moment to catch up with him. His side a goal down early on here. Pete with the kick. John O'Neill was in there, and it was Steve Sims who challenged him, and the referee decides his was the last touch, Steve Sims. Larry May got in there off the line by Les Taylor, hit by Lineker. 2 ricochets. Well, the injured player back in the Watford penalty area will give Leicester perhaps concern, but they'll be disappointed there that they didn't equalise. Larry May got up well. The ball beat goalkeeper Sherwood, but Les Taylor was in that position of his by the right-hand post to get the ball away. And there's one for Jenkins to chase, and he's in. Saved by Wallington. What a vital save it could prove to be for Leicester. The long clearance from the free kick completely caught Leicester out. Time to line the shot up, and well blocked. Sims is coming in round the back here. He's fouling too as he did so. That's Sims. That's a foul by Ramsey, who is an emergency right back for the moment. As if Leicester haven't had enough trouble in that position since the semi-final. Playing here with 10 men, they're a goal behind. It could easily have been 2 if Jenkins had buried the second chance for Watford. Now they have a free kick taken by Rostron. Jenkins and Sims up together. Here's Taylor. And Wallington saw that late. There were a couple of defenders in front of him as well as Luther Blissett. And he showed good reactions at the last minute there. Ian Bolton still well forward, hooked on by Barnes. Free kick this time to Leicester for the foul by Sims on Alan Young. O'Neill with the kick. Linex challenged by Rostron. Understand that Gary Lineker is having stitches and a gash in his leg. Well, Leicester must be hoping they can stem the tide long enough for Lineker to come back on, because there's no sign of them bringing on their substitute for the moment. It was a header by Lohman. Back by Ramsey. Good header on by Blissett there to Callaghan. And he's gone round Larry May. Good deep cross. Oh, and Wallington got a hand to it, and the referee blows. But that was a good cross. Just shows that a natural winger, even in these days of highly formalised systems, can get behind his man and from a tight angle curl a lovely ball in. I would imagine the Watford staff will be pleased with this start. The week seems to be getting better and better for them all the time. Bolton. Now Taylor. Callaghan. 4 ahead of him for Watford. That's Callaghan's shot. Lively player. Always ready to try for goal. Not put off by the distance. Here's Peake again. You can find Linex wide. Taking on Rostron. And McDonald comes in and puts his header from Lynek's cross over the bar. That was a good burst by Steve Lynex, now in his more familiar position, taking on Rostron, getting his cross in with good length, and McDonald underneath the header, rather. Flags up on the far side for a foul, and this string of free kicks going Watford's way, making life exceedingly hard for a team who've been playing now for nearly 20 minutes with only 10 men. The match is half an hour old. Watford lead 1-0, and it'll be Ian Bolton with the free kick. Left for Rostron, and there's Jenkins, and here's Callahan. Oh, really brilliantly played. Blissett was the man that came in for the header. Now it's Rostron. He scored a screamer in that corner when we were here for the Luton match a few weeks ago, and he was trying the same thing again there. This time the shot flying just wide from Wilf Rostron. Bowman. And more problems for Leicester now. Ramsey's gone down hurt. Here's Barnes. And away by Fryer. Taylor. Rice. Jenkins coming towards the near post, and John O'Neill covering. And this is not going to be Leicester's day if the events of the first half are any guide. Lineker's been off the pitch now for 20 minutes, having a gash in his leg stitched, and now Paul Ramsey, who went to right back in the reshuffle, is receiving attention from the Watford trainer Billy Hales, because his Leicester counterpart John McVeigh is too busy in the dressing room stitching Lineker. And Sims is powering in here. May have been some shoving on Alan Young, I would have thought, in the penalty area there.
Silver. Yeah, come on.
So, Melrose looking for space here against Bolton. Ramsey now hobbling quite badly. And so Leicester's sub Peter Welsh, one way or the other, is going to be used. Callahan. Foul by Fryer, who's finding Callahan something of a handful for the moment. He's got behind him 2 or 3 times. Leicester want to make a substitution, and the referee is allowing that to happen before Watford take the free kick. So on comes Peter Welsh, who's a defender by nature but has scored 2 very valuable goals in away matches recently. Oh, and Jenkins got a flick, and Wallington just got it at the second attempt, did he? Or was there an appeal by the Watford players? And it would appear that the referee has given a penalty, and if that's for handball, possibly against John O'Neill, it seems very harsh. Jenkins went in with the header, it struck the defender on the arm, but was it intentional? The referee has said yes, it's a penalty. Penalty now to be taken by Luther Blissett. Having a conversation first with Andy Peake. He always turns the other way, Blissett, before he takes them. Oh, great stop by Wallington, but Blissett puts it in. Oh, well, how many more things can go against Leicester? The goalkeeper, Mark Wallington, made a fine save from the penalty. He read it well, but Blissett went in to make it 2, and Jock Wallace needs now all the character that he's claimed his team's had all along. I don't think I've seen a first half in which the run of the play has gone more against one side. Lineker is not coming back, Welsh is on, and Leicester are reorganising their formation again even now. There's Blissett. with the corner then. Jenkins a threat again there. It was away by O'Neill. There's Callahan. Blocked there by Peake, but he's still there. Blissett on the near post. Barnes! 3-0. What a marvellous week for Watford. Elton John applauds the goal. Nigel Callahan, one winger, was again very much involved in the build-up. He teased and taunted them, pulled it back. Blissett was in there. Jenkins was holding off an opponent as well, but it was John Barnes who struck for his second goal of the match and Watford's third after 38 minutes. And are we, I wonder, watching Leicester's promotion hopes fade here? Nothing can be decided today in that sense, but they badly wanted something out of this match and hardly could have expected to find themselves 3 down in the first half. But there's no holding Watford. They've still got the championship to play for. It's going to be Watford or Luton. Well, Watford have run with such good intent and direction up front in the first half. They've stretched Leicester first on one side with Callahan here. Then they've switched the play to the left and they've worried them down that side too with John Barnes. And the end of what's proved a wretched first half for Leicester City and Jock Wallace. They lost Gary Lineker early on in trying to equalise Watford's early goal. He was off for a long time when they were down to 10 men. He never came back in the end. The substitute came on. Luther Blissett made it 2 from the rebound following a penalty save. And John Barnes, who scored the first, also got the third. The Watford chairman makes a half-time appearance on the pitch, having missed the midweek celebrations because of his engagements in Norway. Elton John happy today to mix with supporters who must be thinking what a good decision he made when he brought Graham Taylor here as manager in 1977. So Leicester, who were beaten 4-1 by Norwich last Saturday, find themselves 3 goals down again today. Good crowd again here today at Vicarage Road, just under 21,000. Alan Young, who hasn't had the best of service on which to feed on his return from a groin injury, and finding it hard going against Steve Sims there. Linex. Here's Peake. Checked nicely there. Ramsey on the far side. Here's Young. Feels for handball against Steve Sims. The Leicester players are racing across to the referee because they feel that if the O'Neill incident in the first half was a penalty, then they're entitled to one there. The ball again was driven at the player, rather. It was the former Leicester player Steve Sims and the Watford defence. And if he claimed there that the ball struck him, well then John O'Neill would say likewise in the first half. Ian Bolton. Taylor. That's it. Callahan. 3 waiting in the middle now. Callahan tumbles down, penalty. The second penalty of the match. Callahan fouled. Larry May was the man responsible. And again the referee had no doubts. They're congratulating Callahan, who made another one of those twisting runs of his. And Luther Blissett, having had 1 penalty saved, although he scored from the rebound, has now got a private war of nerves with Mark Wallington. Will he put it the same side? To the left of the goalkeeper as we look. That's Wallington's own right-hand side, where he made the save before. Blissett with his usual turn before the kick. Went the other way, saved, rebound, saved again. Well, Mark Wallington has saved 2 penalties in 1 match. had no luck the first time when Blissett scored from the rebound. But this time, as Blissett headed the rebound back, he was placed to make the second save, and nobody would deny him that, surely. Melrose has got Lynex on this side, he's got Young wide on the far side. Peake is now pushed into the centre as well. Still Lynex. Oh, and turned in by Melrose, but Watford was standing when they should really have been marking. Melrose getting in to take advantage of Lynex's ball through and pulling one back for Leicester, just to suggest perhaps that the match isn't quite as easy as Watford had begun to think it was. Melrose the scorer, 13 minutes from the end, and a hope after all perhaps for Leicester. In the meantime, Watford are going to make a substitution. Jerry Armstrong of Northern Ireland to come on in place of Ross Jenkins. An orthodox switch at centre forward. Well, the game did seem almost too easy for Watford, and Leicester have reminded them that there's still something at stake. MacDonald now, Leicester have got something to bite on. Oh, and look where Sherwood is, sensing the danger. He came to meet Melrose. The referee had already blown for a free kick, and the complaints which Pat Rice made as a result of that are going to get him booked. Now, there really is something here for Leicester to build on. They've got one goal back. Rostron is arguing with Young, and there's some pushing and pulling going on there that the referee may have to attend to. And look at that between Young and Lohman. And they're all moving away from Welsh. And Welsh tries to curl one, and it's just wide of the right-hand post. Alan Young, who's been contesting decisions with the referee, he's been arguing with one or two Watford players, but it shows that he, anyway, was not going to lay down today and allow Watford to, figuratively speaking, trample all over him and his team. They've got one back, Leicester. Fryer. And Taylor, and Armstrong. Oh, held them off well there, did Jerry Armstrong. What a great stop by Wallington. Terrific piece of football. Jerry Armstrong, having just come on, showing his power and determination, striking the ball well, and a magnificent save by a goalkeeper who'll remember this match in more ways than one. And Sims is going in there. Header out was by May. The turn by Ramsey. Back by Lohman. Here's Barnes. And that is the final whistle. And just how much harm that defeat will do to Leicester's promotion prospects. As Elton John applauds his team, only the other results and the matches still to come will tell us. Certainly it was a match that they could ill afford to lose. Jock Wallace knew that. But the season ends here at Vicarage Road on a very high note. Watford, having earned their place in the First Division, now beat Jock Wallace's team at the end of a very successful week for this Vicarage Road club. And the players just gathering in the centre circle to show how they feel about the backing they've received from the fans here at Watford this season. And I'm sure the feeling is absolutely mutual. The final score in Watford's last home league match: Watford 3, Leicester City 1.